Hey, good morning. Sorry about the fluctuating timer. I had to go to the bathroom. So I set myself an extended timer to begin with. And I was pretty close on the time. But not like perfectly close. So I gave myself a little extra time so I could go get myself a cup of coffee. And also check on Kepi. Come on up, buddy. Come here.
They'll make your kids sloppy. Tiny Eddie's teacher's toasty peppermint secret.
What are we gonna do about these sloppy kids? We have to reach these sloppy kids, Kepi. That was bits from Soul CP. Chan says, what food was making the time glitch? Teacher's toasty peppermint secret. I don't think I want peppermint on toast. I don't think that's one that works. I think that's one that does not work. You lay down. You lay down? What if you laid down? Will Eddie make you lay down?
Win your local snack contest with Tiny Eddie's scrambled noisy puffs.
He laid down. Praise be. 1050 from Anise who says, hey Eddie, I might not be around for stream today, but how about a mystery food? Scrambled noisy puffs. That's very hard for my brain to parse. Because sometimes you have to like really stretch to like make it and like, how would this be a food? This one is like one of the hardest things I've ever seen. What? We've got puff and I'm like, all right, I can work with that. And scrambled, so it's interesting because scrambled normally I'd be like, oh, I like scrambled eggs. But no, when you precede the word noisy with scrambled, that I'm thinking about audio, I'm thinking about frequency, I'm thinking about white noise. So I'm just imagining, let's just say it's a Cheetos puff, and when you bite into it, you hear white noise, which sounds horrifying. Sounds like a horror food. If someone drops the bag in the store, the entire store is like, Void Cheeto. I like Void Cheeto. Anyway, first let me say good morning, everybody. I hope that your morning is going pretty well. Mal's not here, so it's just me. She had a doctor's appointment this morning, so it's only the grandfather.
Fulfill your deepest desires with Tiny Eddie's imaginary burrito nuggets.
Bits from Malifa says, Tiny Eddie, what do you have that can help me remember the dream I just had? Well, imaginary burrito nuggets can do it. I would like some real burrito nuggets just because I'd like to know what that is. I guess a burrito nugget is a pizza roll. You gotta put like some Mexican stuff in it, but that's a pizza roll. Imaginary burrito nuggets have 0 calories though. So they got that going for them. Anyway, 45 months from Hi Ryu, 22 months from Galactic Nova, 23 months from Justin the Light. Galen Lux gifted 5 subs to Iron Girl 18, Codename Vixen 30, Magilla, Moju 73, and Plano Salazar. Galen, thank you. 17 months from The Relude, 5 months from Jamajo 012, 33 months from Punxsutawney Don. Satsy gifted a sub to Silent Companion. Jamajo gifted a sub to Nareem Mamaria. We had 5 gift subs from Mark from Vermont, to Demon Striker 2, Neps the Wolf King, Quill J1, Lord Misfit, and Xanatos Tones. Mark, thank you. 43 months from Missing No Leader, 32 months from Zelda Master, 43 months from Jayazak, 8 months from El Simi 82, 20 months from Pink Matima, 12 months from Joe WTG. Congrats on the 1. It's also people asking about why I'm sitting on this side if Mal's not here. I was asked. I was not told why. I was just asked to sit in my normal spot. And if you don't believe that that caused me to go, then you'd be wrong. Because I was like, okay. We had 5 gift subs from Neps the Wolf King. Neps, thank you. To Lorelor 18. That's not 18, that's 88. Which is 70 more than 18. Sandwich Vamp, Mickey Panda, Custard Sun, and Green Wolf 5. From one wolf to another. And then 5 more gift subs from Neps. To Chibi Skeven, Running with Snails, Gwendamere, some more dogs, and Tiger. So not another wolf, but some more dogs. That's neat. Neps, thank you. Lots of calcium. Wolves need calcium. I think like most things need calcium. Like to some degree. Probably some creature that calcium is bad. Like they melt. But not wolves. Where were we? 300 bits from Squid, who says, can I get some good vibes? I'll be going to the dentist tomorrow to check on a tooth that's been causing me a lot of on and off pain since Saturday. Yeah. Good vibes. You know that you, like, really need to go to the dentist when you voluntarily choose to go to the dentist. That's how you know. Because it is human nature. Because nobody likes the dentist. Except maybe the dentist. It's human nature to, like to avoid going if you can. You're like, do I really? I don't know if I really need to get. It'll probably get better here in a minute. And then when it doesn't, and you make that decision, you're like, okay, I need help. So I hope that they get it squared away for you pretty quick. Because having a tooth that hurts sucks. That sucks. Squid says, haven't gotten a full night's sleep in several days because of it. Yeah. It's time to go. It's time to go. It's essentially ruining your life. Because if you want to ruin your life really quick, don't sleep very good. Because you gotta have the sleep. As it turns out. Very important. We get 25 months from A-Rails, 35 months from Vinny G Plays, 8 months from Lane Land, 20 months from Zazazma Man, 25 from 4Wolf. We get a subscription from Shirux Hiroto. Welcome. 300 bits from Platinum Pikachu says, so for lunch today I've got a ham sandwich and a pear. In other words, pears and pork. Thank goodness I didn't have to use a blender to make it. Smear the ham. Don't do that. Don't smear the ham. You could probably put ham and pears on the sandwich together. Like, maybe? I don't know. I just ate... I just went to a restaurant recently. A sandwich place I'd never been to before. And they had a sandwich there called the Wisconsin. You'll never guess which sandwich Mallory ordered. So the Wisconsin had what meat did it have on it? I think it was... No, it was probably turkey. Might have been ham. One of the two. But the big key ingredient was apple slices, which was really interesting for me. I was like, I don't know if I've ever had a sandwich that had apple slices on it. And it was really neat. So it was like some sort of meat. I think it was ham. Then it had apple slices and... it had a cheese. I don't remember what cheese it was. But it was neat. It was pretty simple, but it was tasty. I had a bite.
Been cycling too long. You need Tiny Eddie's orange and honey plastic balls.
It's from Aldo. Eddie, what do you have for Mao after a doctor's appointment? Ah, well, she is cycling. riding her bike to the doctor. So, Tiny Eddie's Orange and Honey plastic balls. I think what we're describing is a Chuck E. Cheese ball pit that someone has. I mean, well, okay, so this actually isn't far off. Like, both oranges and honey make things sticky, and a ball pit from the Chuck E. Cheese is just inherently sticky. Like, as soon as they fill it, like, kids haven't even gotten into it yet. It's sticky. That's just what it is. Kids are sticky. They make it worse, but it's just sticky. So this is what this is. And actually, it's somewhat poetic. If you've been cycling too long and you need to rest your legs, just jump into a ball pit. Just jump into a ball pit. I remember all the like old Dateline 2020 shows that were like, the ball pit has got razor blades in it. And like, maybe one. But I don't really think that was like a key feature of ball pits. There was like brief national panic. Like, don't let your kid in the ball pit. There's a razor blade in it. I'm like, I don't know. Like, boogers, yes. Razor blades, probably not. Probably not. Like, I remember being a kid and being like, I take my chances. My parents didn't feel like that was a huge concern. They weren't like, don't you jump in there. There's razor blades. It was fine. That's true. Space Vixen says, there was a time when they assumed there was razor blades in everything. Yeah, there was one, I don't remember what year it was, but I definitely remember there was one Halloween where it was like, they've put razor blades in the candy. And I was like, who? Is this being done on a national scale? Or is this just like Lenny photographed a razor blade next to a Snickers bar down the street? Because if that's the case, again, I will take my chances. It's alright. I can just about guarantee that me walking around the shopping mall where everyone's acquired all of their candy from the local store and they got a bunch of Tootsie Pops, those probably aren't filled with razor blades. Now, if you're getting homemade candy from the guy down the street that runs a meth lab, that might be a sign of a problem, but otherwise, I'm not. Anyway, where were we? Breakfast stream just slowly gets more and more unhinged. Yeah, Emmy's already got me. Yeah, I was about to say, breakfast stream gets slowly and slowly more unhinged with Mallory gone. The grounding force of breakfast stream. 300 bits from Harlequin Girl, who says, hi all, just wanted to say thank you for the good vibes on Thursday for my solo trip to Rome this weekend. I had a wonderful time. My flight home did get canceled last minute, and I had to rebook a very expensive new flight, but I got home safely. I would recommend Rome to anyone. It's a beautiful city. First off, I'm glad that you had a good time, because you get to go to Rome. That's super exciting. But it does suck about the flight getting canceled. It also sounds like you had to rebook it, which sucks a lot. I know sometimes, depending on like the terms and conditions, some of the airlines can get you. And it sounds like they got you, and that sucks. But I'm glad that you at least, got a chance to experience Rome. I want to experience Rome. I don't know when, but I want to see it. I think Austin and Nikki went to Rome a few years back. Yeah. They definitely did. I remember. I think they invited us, and it was during a summer where like we already had a million things planned, and I was like, oh, I can't even begin to think about that. But that would have been fun. At some point, I hope that we get to go. That was nice. Anyway. Oh, dear God. Harlequin Girl says, the airline was like, you can rebook with us, but you have to stay in Rome for another week. And I have a job, so I can't do that. Dear Lord. Yeah, that's a lot. Well, again, when stuff like that happens, I try to really, really focus on positive, because I don't like thinking about how an airline screwed me. So I'm just like, well, I got to go to Rome. Rome. Hopefully that helps. We got 3 months from Sombra Noir. 29 months from JDO 1997. 22 months from Misfit 9751. 19 months from Tar 62 800. 300 bits from Noir Kid who says Clown Test. 8 months from RoboBear. 300 bits from Soul CP Chan says, oh boy, it's disc only, but with Steven only. It's me! It's me. I should check in on Tom. Well, actually, Tom might be doing alright. Tom showed up on the stream on Friday. Wish I would have remembered to ask him how he was doing, but I didn't think about the fact that he had been sick. Tom had COVID. Has it been streaming? Okay, so he's probably feeling better. That's good. I don't think he's up. I do not believe he is awake, considering that I don't think that Tom would be awake at 9 a.m. his time zone. You talked to him Saturday, too. Yes, but only briefly. Like, very, very briefly. So, not very long. I didn't get myself any breakfast this morning. I probably could have, but I didn't. When I went to bed last night, my stomach was messed up. I was like, don't like this. But I went to bed and did the sleep thing. And then when I woke up this morning, and I knew I was going to be doing breakfast stream alone, I was like, I'm going to start early and give myself extra time. And it still wasn't enough time. But I did go to the bathroom, so I feel way better than I did yesterday. Although my stomach's still making terrible noises, so it's fine. I don't know how hungry I am right now, because I'm trying to think of like what I would eat. What do we have? We do have some we have a little German something. It's not pumpernickel. I think it's like German dark wheat. I like German dark wheat. It was on sale at the grocery store last week, and I grabbed some, and that's good. I like that. But I got the cat, and I'm not super, super hungry, and I could just eat something after breakfast stream, so I think I'll just keep enjoying my coffee. It's fine. It's fine. Let's see. Where was I? There's just 2 more. 30 months from Tales of Blah. And 300 bits from Item Crafting Live says, less scary but still disconcerting is if you go to shave in the morning and find that some clown has put melted candy in your razor blade. Yeah, it does work both ways. It does. If you go to shave and it's like a Jolly Rancher, it's still sharp. It's been down to a fine blade. I wonder if you could make that work. Like, okay, so I'm not like a, what is the special like a I'm not a blacksmith. I don't know how this works, but my assumption is that you could shave with anything if it's sharp enough. And, you know, a Jolly Rancher, that can get sharp. I've never Googled it because I have better things to do with my time, and it might be slightly horrifying, but I guarantee you there's probably, like, news articles from kids that have cut their mouths wide open with Jolly Ranchers. It's a dangerous candy. Yeah, dude, wait, you aren't a blacksmith? I really give off those vibes. Definitely blacksmith vibes. So I can see how you'd be confused. Yeah, I remember eating Jolly is okay. Here's a question. Does anyone like regularly eat Jolly Ranchers in adulthood? It's like I would say most everyone here is past the age of let's just say childhood. Childhood being, how old are you when you're a child? Like less than 12. So everyone here is past 12. I'm seeing a lot of no's, which is what I expected, and a few yeses. I'm with Renee. Jolly Rancher is not a thing I have thought about. It's a thing that, like, you know, getting a chance now to like remember it is neat, but that's like a candy that just disappeared off the face of my mind's eye once I became, I don't know, 13 or whatever. But they're good. They're really good. Like, I can think about them now and think about how they taste. I'm like, I like that. Do I want a whole bag of it? Probably not. Do they sell like one? That's the problem with so many of these candies. I think of a candy and I'm like, I could use one. Just one. I just want to taste something again. I want to be reminded of how something tastes. And then that's it. I don't want a bag. And I'm sure they come in a giant bag. You probably get 40. I don't need 40. I just need one. Just one. I want all my licks. I want the whole cube. Is it a cube? It's a rectangle. It's like, it's essentially a sugar cube just flavored with green apple. That's a good point. Sephiroth says if you want a single Jolly Rancher, you can go to an arcade. I need to find a prize arcade. Oh man, this is now becoming a journey. Like, all I want is a single Jolly Rancher, but the most efficient way to get one Jolly Rancher is to go to a Dave & Buster's. Do they do prize redemption? Does Dave & Buster's do? I assume they do. I haven't been inside one in a long time. You go to a Dave & Buster's. We have one in Myrtle Beach. You go to a Dave & Buster's. You buy the pass. Do they do a pass now? Yeah, you get the coins. You put them in the slot. You win almost no tickets. You could probably do one skee ball. You do one skee ball. That you don't even have to do well. You just do one skee ball, and then you go to the prize counter and you say, "Hi, I've spent the last few days thinking about this," and the underpaid worker at the counter is like, "Just tell me what you want. I don't want to be here." And then you point out the single green Jolly Rancher. The transaction occurs, and then you realize that you should have went to the grocery store near your house and just bought a bag because it is more expensive to pay the gas to drive all the way down to Myrtle Beach and do it there. But then you don't have the story. You don't have the story. Renee. See, these are the things that Mallory usually shuts down. And I start getting him like, here's how you would do this. Mal's here to shut it off. She's not here to shut it off. So I get to just fully explore these asinine, ridiculous ideas. It's actually kind of wonderful. It's kind of wonderful. I've been being held back. It's time to explore fun ideas. That's what I say. We get 11 months from Linders, 15 months from Kerbeb, 39 months from BC, and 500 bits from Satsy, who says, "Is Mao behind the curtain?" Mao is not behind the curtain. I think one of the most disconcerting things about that is...
Chaz says, "Good morning everyone, it's time for our first guest."
Oh God. Is it now?
Chaz says, "Straight from the Mushroom Kingdom, it's Luigi Striker."
Oh. Man, Of course. Man, y'all thought I was unhinged? Okay, is this an interview? Should I be asking Luigi Striker questions? Is that how this goes? Let me try asking a question. All right, Luigi Striker. I want to know, at what point in your life did you become interested in soccer? Just because, I know that you and your brother have been involved in many, many sports over the years. So my question to you is, when did you decide soccer? That's what I want to know. This is also, as a reminder, as with like 99% of things on
Chaz
Breakfast Stream.
says, "I'm just Chaz. I don't talk for Luigi."
as with 99% of things on Breakfast Stream, I am in the dark about them. So, you know, here we go. Well, Luigi Striker, it was great to have you on the show. Really great for you to be here. Chaz, is there anyone is there anyone who I could have a conversation with? I don't know. Maybe if sorry, I'm just hold him. Is there anyone that
Chaz says, does Luigi Striker being here remind you of some video content you would like to advertise perhaps?
Oh! Yes, and thank you, little guy, thank you. This moment right here is when I hope that we get a new person that's never been here before. This moment is when I really want someone to be like, what's this stream? And just click it, and it's just this, and then they'll never come back. That's the hope every day. Hey, buddy. Hey, buddy. Hey. You're good. You're a good boy. Skibbity, 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 doobity, 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 doobity. Anyway, clip that and post that all over social media. No beginning, no end. Just that. Anyway, Chaz is right. Okay, so let me use this opportunity to do a few things, actually. First things first. On Friday, this past Friday, we played Mario Strikers Battle League. It is the new, I'm going to call it Mario Soccer Time game from Nintendo. Nintendo sent it over and was like, will you play this? And I was like, yes. Like a new Nintendo game, of course I will. So they sent it over and me and Mal played it. And if you missed that stream, I've got some options for you for how you can ingest it into your system. Option 1 is the full stream. The full stream will be out today at 4 p.m. Eastern on StephenVOD. Check it out. You can watch it there. However, I've got some alternative ways for you to ingest it that I think that are great, and you should ingest regardless of whether or not you choose to watch the entire stream, because yesterday at noon we released the stream highlights version, and it was cut by Emmy. This was Emmy's first time cutting like a full stream highlights video, because Emmy has been doing shorts for us for how long now? Like a month and a half, and Emmy's been doing a great job. But Dan's been swamped, and Emmy was capable of doing the stream highlights, so they did it, and it's great. It's very funny, so you should watch it. It's 8 minutes, and it's worth your time. So check that out. That's already out. However, if you watched that, you may have been like, man, this was fantastic. My life has changed. However, the match between Steven and Mal doesn't seem to be in this. That was excluded. I wonder why. That's because we're releasing that separate as its own thing today on the channel at noon. So today at noon, if you just want to watch like me and Mal face off against each other, that is released uncut on Steven Plays, because people like to watch us fight. There's a lot of joy, and I get it too, out of being competitive with my spouse. So I hope that you enjoy that. So yeah, if you don't have time to watch the full VOD, I totally get it, because it's a full VOD. But if you want to watch it, it'll be on StephenVOD today at 4. And if you don't have time, you should definitely watch the stream highlights, because Emmy killed it, and it's great. And then also, the match for Mal and myself is out today on Steven Plays Uncut, so you don't even have to touch the VOD if you don't want to. There you go, Chaz. I advertised all the things. You're welcome. So, yeah, it's, Lunars has got so many cups in it. It's a good match. I won't spoil it, because, It is actually a close match. I won't tell you who won, but like it's close, so it's worth watching. So you should check it out. Let me catch up on some of these. 21 months from Lugia6. 350 bits from Radio Dread says, so this was very interesting to arrive late to. Was it? Was it? Is it interesting? I look like a duck, like a duck or a like a crane. Also, God, oh Lord. Mmm. 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 Okay, one sec. It's calming down. Whew. Mmm. 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 We're getting there. We're down to about 3 out of 10. Oh Lord. Oh God. Oh, okay. Oh. Yep. All right, and we have resumed. Whoo. Whoo. We've resumed 1 out of 10. Cool. Can you hear briefly? Yes. So, quick explanation for those who have been slightly out of the loop. I got diagnosed a month or more ago with costochondritis, which is the inflammation of the cartilage around the sternum. It can happen for a variety of reasons. But once it happens, there's a huge amount of ways that you can just screw it up. You can just like move the wrong way. I found recently that if I go to grab something above me, so if there's something on like a really high shelf and I reach up, that can mess it up. And what'll happen is my chest pops, which it's done that for like ever. But now, when it happens, it's kind of a toss-up. It depends on the day. Like, it could just be the pop, and it's like, is there pain? And it's like, no, it's okay. The flare-up's not that bad today. It's like, cool. Or it can be a day like today, where when it happens, you immediately experience like excruciating 10 out of 10 pain. And I have found, very unfortunately so, that sneezing makes it happen basically completely consistently. So that sucks. Because I sneeze like every day. So when I sneeze, if it's a bad day, it's like, boom, 10 out of 10 pain. And then you just kind of have to wait until it subsides. And then once you've like activated it, it never goes down below like 1 out. It's like dull pain once it calms down. Yeah. Anyway, so that's... It's not always all the time, but it is today. Which is fine. Actually, me and Mal looked into it the other day because I was curious. I was like, long term, this is you do what you can to make it go away. I've been sleeping on my back. I've been putting a heating pad on, and what can you do to kind of help it? And one of the things we learned that you can do to help it is actually build up muscles in your chest. So do exercises that would build up your pec muscles. But you can't do that when you're experiencing a flare-up, because obviously that'll make it worse. So, once the flare-up kind of subsides again, whenever that is, and I don't know when that'll be, I'm going to probably try and start doing some sort of something. Push-ups, yeah, push-ups would probably be a good idea. But, something to fix this, because it's not great. It's not great. Yeah, I don't know that I will be getting swole, but I'm gonna need to do something to build up muscle, maybe if that will help. Oh, so yeah. Do you want to be accountability buddies? We can.
They'll make your kids creative. Tiny Eddie's boiled beautiful raisin and cookie fingers.
Jesus Christ, what is this? 1,000 bits from Item Crafting Live. Send Emmy a gift basket as thanks. And in the middle was a box of this Tiny Eddie snack. Emmy, we appreciate you so much that we've given you boiled beautiful raisin and cookie fingers. Don't boil raisins. Although, to be fair, would that even do anything? Would it? If you boil a raisin, you'd get grapes. Just turn them back into grapes. Because, like, raisin and cookie fingers, like, that works. You can do that. You can have raisin cookies. I know some people don't like raisin cookies, and I feel bad for those folks. They're delicious. I love them. But, like, you know, you boil any part of that, and it starts to fall apart. The recipe and also the cookie itself. Anyway, let me keep reading some of these. We have 300 bits from Soul CP Chan, who says, "Oh, perfect song, The World Revolving." I guess if I would have read that just a little bit sooner, it would have still been on there. Instead, it's Mature Sound. It's a really bad name for a song. Wildflowers is better. Don't like Mature Sounds. Sounds like a genre. 28 months from Back in Red. 42 months from Jennifer Jack. And then 300 bits from Anorak says, "Sorry, you probably said it and I totally missed it. VOD when?" So the VOD is going up on StephenVOD today at 4 p.m. And that's just a very arbitrary time, but I've been releasing a lot of VOD stuff, if it's not breakfast stream, at 4 p.m. Why? I don't know. I just chose that, and now, in typical Stephen George fashion, when I've arbitrarily chosen the thing, that just becomes the new thing. So today at 4 p.m., you can watch the VOD. And if you have the time for the VOD, do check it out, especially if you want a, let's say like a good idea of what the game offers. Because, you know, we obviously go through a good portion. It seems like what Nintendo really wants you to do with the game is, you know, to play it online, because the whole thing is built around the idea of using, like, you have like a team, and then you take your team online for tournaments, which we did not show that off because we had each other and we could just play locally. But, you know, the game, from what I played, the game is good. It's just, the best way I can explain is, like, the game is the game. Like, what you see is what you get. It is soccer ad nauseum. To some extent, I guess that sports games are like that, but there's no, like, career mode or anything like that. It's just exhibition matches with maybe a tournament aspect, and that's it. So, yeah, something to think about.
Our next guest is arriving now. It's that world-famous cartoon character, the Lion King.
So, how did it feel when Mufasa threw you down the cliff? Did it hurt? Or no? That's not what happened. That is the wrong character. Mufasa was the what? Is this Mufasa? Scar did that. Oh. Did you know that The Lion King was the first movie I watched in theaters? I was a child, because when The Lion King came out, I was a child. Did you really watch it, though? Probably. I would assume that the first time you take a child into a theater, they are probably enamored by the experience. It'd be very scary. Would it be scary for a kid or just really excited? I don't know. Is there any parents that, like, remembers when they took their kid to a movie theater for the first time? Like, what was their response? Like, what was the first... Renee said, I waited till my kids were much older. I don't know how old I was. I just know it was my first one. I remember I was scared. Brandon says they wanted to leave. Thomas, thanks. It released when I was 5. Okay, so I was 5. I would have been 5. It was a Jurassic World. Because, like, I'm just... Okay, so the other thing is, to an extent, I maybe kids growing up today would feel differently about movie theaters. But, like... And the only reason I say that is because televisions are way bigger now. But when I was a child, televisions were not big. They were relatively, like, the television that we had in our house growing up, at best, absolute best, was like 24 inches. And it was a piece of furniture and it weighed like 600 pounds. So, like, that was my experience with television until I was, 12. So taking that being my experience with television, and then going to a place where, like, the whole wall is a movie screen, I feel like that would have been really, I mean, maybe exciting, but then also daunting might be the best word for that. Like, how would a child be like, holy crap, this whole thing is I mean, it's not a TV, it's a projector, but, like, this whole thing is a TV. Did you also walk uphill to school in the rain? Yes, both ways. Dude, that was actually one of the first things we watched in, like, film history class, was the train. It's such a weird thing, like the generational thing of, obviously growing up with cinema and understanding the concept of a movie, and then being like, why were people afraid of this? Anyway. Have I ever gone to a 3D movie? Oh, that's a great question. God, the only one that I can think of, and I may have been to more than one. Certainly have been to more than just this one. Was The Hobbit in 3D? Was it? I don't remember The Hobbit being in 3D. I remember it being in 48 frames a second. But it might have been. Okay, so I'll tell you the movie I was thinking about in a moment. And that one I really remember. Maybe The Hobbit. Because The Hobbit was 48 frames a second. I remember seeing a Spy Kids, but I don't think I saw Spy Kids 3D. Because I think I would have been too old to have seen Spy Kids by that time. But I definitely saw a Spy Kids, but I don't think it was 3D. I saw it on here. I gotta scroll back up to remind myself. Someone else said something. Avatar. I did see Avatar. Avatar. When Avatar came out, it was 3D. That's on the vlog, actually. A very, very early, very, very early vlog. I remember seeing that. Okay, so the movie that I saw that I remembered, and it's probably because 3D is in the title, was Jackass. Jackass 3D. I've always loved the Jackass films, and when 3 or 3D was coming out, it was when we were in college, and I was like, I gotta go see that film. So we took the entire college group, me, Dan Taylor, Alex, Nick might have went with us, so we had a big group, Ian, and man, yeah, that I remember. That was certainly an experience to watch that in 3D, because there are parts. Those movies are divided into really like two different types of stunts. where, or three, we'll say three. There's like a public stunt aspect, a extreme stunt aspect, and then a gross stunt aspect. And the gross stunt aspect in 3D was certainly a choice. Certainly a choice. Lunar says, I was made to go to Jackass 3D. I was never so mad in the movie. I went willingly. I don't know, I've always
Chaz
enjoyed
says, the Lion King has to go,
films.
but he's leaving behind the traditional royal present.
A poop. Oh, no. Hey, guess what? Guess what? Guess what? Guess what? The beans are fresh. Apologies for the beans not being fresh up until this point, but the beans are fresh halfway through the month. These are the fresh beans. I got them. Got the fresh beans. So enjoy the beans being fresh. There they go. I'm helping the beans along. Part of my hair, well, it's been worse. That looks good. We also got 22 months from Anna Banana Bread and 39 months from Spinach Red. Appreciate it. Magic Ninja says, have you ever been on those 4D rides? I don't think so. I'm familiar. I remember that there's some rides called 4D rides. Alex has worked on some. I don't know if people know that. Am I allowed to say that? I just did. In the past, Alex has worked on some 4D theme park rides. Doing whatever he does. I don't know what he does. But I don't think I've ever ridden any. I don't think so. Like, I don't ride a lot of rides, and also I haven't been to a theme park in a long time. So, Renee says, I would be too scared to allow Steven on a ride. Where did his legs go? He has too much leg. There was one time I was too tall for a ride. It was actually a theme park in Myrtle Beach. We used to have Hard Rock Park, which was the first and then last Hard Rock Park that they built. And there was a ride that they wouldn't let me go on. It was a ride that me and Mal were still dating? We were still dating, I think. Might have been engaged, but maybe still dating, because I don't know if this is on the blog. But Mal and I went to the theme park together, and you know, I don't really like rides. Yes, it was a dangle coaster. I don't really like rides. Mal likes rides, and you know, I was trying to do the brave boyfriend thing of like, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna ride a thing. I'm gonna do it. And you know, from a distance, we had been looking at this roller coaster, and you know, there's no part of me that wants to get on anything remotely close to that. But there were some that were like too scary. I was like, nope, can't do it. But then this one, you know, we had been walking around, and Mal's been like, oh, it'll be fine. So finally, she had talked me into it. I was like, all right, we'll go. And whenever we started walking up the thing, there is, you know, like the height requirement sign, and there's a height limit. And we walk past the height limit sign, and I'm like, am I too tall for this ride? So we continue up, and we get up to the top, and the guy's like, yeah, man, you can't ride. He's like, your legs might get cut off. And I was like, first off, that's an alarming thing to say. Like, I get it, but like, you probably shouldn't say that to anybody about anything. Don't be like, yeah, don't get on this. It'll chop your legs right off. So it was like, oh, I can't ride this. But secretly, I was like, yes, I can't ride this. Perfect. Great. So that was fine. And actually, I feel like there was another ride that I was talked into going on, though. And it was a scary thing. I didn't like it, but I wrote it. It was I don't know if you guys have ever seen this. The concept of it is wild. I still think about this to this day, and I'm sure they exist in other places. It's like, it was kind of like a Crazy Mouse, which I will ride. I don't love it, but I'll get on a Crazy Mouse. It's kind of like a Crazy Mouse, but a little bit bigger. And the main feature, y'all know what a Crazy Mouse is? Crazy Mouse is a, God, y'all know what a Crazy Mouse is. Some of you do. A Crazy Mouse is a smaller, more condensed roller coaster that has a lot of tight turns and dips. So it's like a smaller it's a smaller roller coaster. The scale's not large, but it's called Crazy Mouse because it's like, it goes spinny. Some of them can. That's not like a normal part of it, but some of them can. Some of them can give you spinning cars. I don't think I would want to get on one with a spinning car, but some of them can. But yeah, it's a small scale roller coaster, and it's just like a lot of like 90-degree turns and 180-degree turns and ups and. But my whole thing with theme park rides and the things that I don't like about them is I don't like to drop. Everyone's like, I love the dropping feeling. And I'm like, good for you. I don't. So I don't like to get on things that drop me. And the Crazy Mouse has pretty small drops, so I will ride that if people talk me into it. So it was like that, but the whole thing was that the car, at the beginning of the ride, like you got into this car, there's no track in front of you, and you're in a big, like, Ferris wheel type thing. So the car is locked into this Ferris wheel thing, and then it goes, like, all the way up to the top, and that's where the track starts. So so once you ride in the car all the way up to the top of the Ferris wheel thing, then it's locked into the track, and then you start the Crazy Mouse. And I remember how unnerving it was to be in the car and have it start going up, and there's no track in front of you, and you start to get like pretty high up into the air, and I was like, I hate this, because like the only reason you're here is that you're locked in, like the car is locked to the track. If that fails, you're just gonna roll out and die. I think that's the reason I don't like theme park rides, is it's just a non-stop thought of like, well, this could kill me. And I just don't want to, for one, I don't really want to die. That's not really high on my list of things to achieve. And then second to that, I don't like the dropping feeling. Alright, so where were we? 3 Bits from the Reload says, I kind of miss the bizarre kids movies that would be in theaters, like Aliens in the Attic, Shorts, G-Force, or the ultimate bad kids movie, The Oogie Loves. And yes, Steven, these are actual movies. G-Force I recognize. It's the hamster movie. And the only reason I know about it is because there's a game. It's either GameCube or Wii. I guess the timing is probably Wii. And they made like it's like a video game. I never played it. Although y'all can fix that for Extra Life if you want. Yeah. I'm sure it's great. Are they guinea pigs? I don't know. I could not tell you the difference between a guinea pig and a hamster. I couldn't do it. I've never owned either. From a distance, they look the same. I don't know anything about it.
Chaz says, our final guest is arriving just in time for Pride Month.
I forgot. First off, good to see you. Good to see you. National Pride icon, the Babadook. First, the first question I have is, does your dentist charge by the tooth? Because if so, that just seems like a very expensive. Oh, hi, bud. He go down. That was from Space Fix and Music, 3,000 bits. He says, Babadook, I'm gonna let you finish, but first, Poggy has something very important to say. It was really nice to have. It felt like a family unit. Briefly, it was me and Babadook and Poggy all together. That might be a good thumbnail for breakfast stream. Also, can you just imagine for a moment the how weird it will be for folks that are just browsing StephenVOD and they see this thumbnail and they're like, "Dear, what is happening?" And the answer is, I don't even know. I really don't. Hey, it's just about time to tell you that there's going to be a new vlog here in a moment. A new vlog is going to be dropping here in just a minute, which is really exciting. 44 months from JR Brandon 15. The reason that it's so exciting is because the vlog will probably tell you some things that you would be interested in knowing. Hey, Kepi, I'm going to have to move you for just a second. Is that okay? Is it okay if I just... Oh, I'll move you here. I'm just going to move you here. Because I am actually going to be going here. And I am going to turn off this. Cool. Oh. We're moving.
Coffee.
All right, let's wrap up these alerts, shall we? We had 300 bits from Goldmage who says, Stephen, please tell us more about when you first found out Mal was secretly the Babadook. I think it was when I counted her teeth. When I counted her teeth and I said, you know, I feel like you shouldn't have 80.
You can't enjoy a rainforest unless you're playing Epic Games' latest Battle Royale game, set in Death Mountain.
1000 bits from Aldo says, hey Rad, what game should Stephen play for Extra Life this year? Epic Games' latest Battle Royale, set in Death Mountain. So a game in which the Gorons just kill each other. Also, Zelda-themed Battle Royale game. Zelda-themed Battle Royale game. That's Hyrule War. No. Like 100-person player versus player combat. I mean, essentially, like, you're not wrong by saying Hyrule Warriors. But 100-man Battle Royale Fest. Also, welcome back, buddy. Get back down there. Get back down there. Get back down there. That's 3,000 from Leaf. It says, Poggy, please don't feel too deflated up there. The Babadook will be back one day. Well, the other thing, right, is that Poggy can show up whenever. Babadook required this. So, wow, does it? Yeah, it does. For a minute, I was like, Chaz can't make that happen. Yeah, Chaz can't make that happen. That layer is below camera, which only works with alpha layering, so once I turn off chroma key, it does not work. Okay. Anyway, Leaf, thank you. We also have some sort of snack.
Put it on your tomato. Tiny Eddie's imaginary chicken pies.
Again, 0 calories. 1000 bits from Mr. Viperpang says, Steven, I don't mean to alarm you, but it appears that someone might have stolen all your Wii games. Let's see what Tiny Eddie has to make you feel better. Imaginary chicken pie. For your imaginary hunger. Put it on your real tomato. So you get some calories. Yeah, I thought this would probably be for anyone just coming in. It's going to be extremely alarming, and that's fine. We got 33 months from Paint Chipper. Thank you. And I'm gonna go ahead and wrap it up here. I sincerely, I really cannot stress enough. I sincerely urge you to watch the. Oh, Mal's done. I sincerely urge you to watch the vlog and you're going to be tempted to watch like the first few minutes of it and see, like, because I do a house tour, and you're going to be like, cool, and you're going to be tempted to stop. I would keep watching. I really urge you to keep watching. I feel like if you do not continue to watching, you may miss like vital piece of information. Please watch the whole thing. And that's it. That's all I have to say. That's all I have to say. We will talk more about it when we talk about it next. That's it. Thanks for watching. Thanks for being here today. We'll be back Thursday, so don't worry about that. We'll be back. And, we'll talk more about this then. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, this is a vlog grade. This is a vlog grade. I can't send you there. It's not possible, but like the mods have got a link. Go watch the vlog. You're rating the vlog. Go watch that. It's worth your time. I think you'll like it. In fact, not even doming. I'm doming now. Early dome. Moving dome. New house dome. Go watch that. All right. Y'all have a good one. See you Thursday.